Welcome to my journey through the Bible. This will be applications that we can apply to our life and just a little more in depth about the chapter. We are in Genesis 42, 1 through 38. And we see that Jacob is especially fond of Benjamin. Benjamin was the son that he received in his old age. Benjamin was the youngest son of Rachel, the wife that he loved so much. And Jacob had already lost one son. He did not want to lose Benjamin as well. So he just refused to send Benjamin back to take that chance. Now, we have to remember the last time that Joseph saw his brothers was probably when he was looking at them in fear when they sold him into slavery. And Joseph remembers as they bow down to him about his dream, but he no longer desires to say, "I told you so." Joseph wants to know if over these few years, if his brothers had changed as much as he had. He was testing his brothers. He wanted to see if they were evil or did they learn their lesson. Joseph wanted to make sure that his younger brother Benjamin was still safe, to make sure that his brothers had not done anything evil to Benjamin like they had to him. And Joseph did not reveal himself at this time just because the timing was not ready. Joseph was quiet at this point. Does your pride get the best of you? Do you always have to have the last word? There was a time in my life when I wanted to have the last word. I felt like if I had the last word, then I would be heard. But I didn't always listen to what the other person was saying. I've gotten better at this. There are days that are harder than others. But God told us that we are to be peacemakers, which means we don't need to argue our point. Sometimes we just need to be quiet. Sometimes we just need to listen. As people get angry, the more they talk, the more upset that they get. And sometimes things begin to get out of control. Have you ever tried to argue with somebody who will not argue back with you? It's kind of pointless. But that's what we should strive to do. We should strive to talk less, listen more, and pray to God and give the situation over to Him. Because when the argument starts, neither person is listening to the other person's side. You're just trying to prove that you're right. You're trying to have your side heard. And sometimes we try to take dominance over the conversation. Instead of just talking, we begin to yell and get more stern with our words. And when we do that, it just shuts down the conversation. So we need to learn from Jesus' examples that when he was being accused of doing things he didn't do, he was just quiet. He left it all in God's hands. And that's something that we need to try to do. Remember that the next time that you're having an argument, allow the other person to have the last word and just stop and be quiet. May God be with you in everything and in every way.